This is the Defiant Misfits podcast, the only place where you are not mocked, judged, or laughed at for being yourself. You are entering a space where you can be unapologetically you. Stop minding what others may say. Jump in. Let's soar high up the sky, and whenever they try to hold us down, let's roar like the kings and queens of the jungle we are.
Entrepreneurs are misfits. If you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, then you most certainly are a misfit. Over the last 2 years, I have taken on the title of the business misfit. It is interesting to see the responses I have gotten over this time. For me, it was a way to embrace who I am and how I stand out in the business community. As I have tried to define why I embraced misfit as a term that is not a bad term, as some saw it, what I found was that some connect deeply and instantly with this persona while others completely reject it. As I had many conversations with many different people related to this, one of the reasons I think most people find for rejecting this as a term to define themselves is because of their concern of the negative repercussions that society would have of them. Most see the negative side of being a misfit instead of the positive side. Entrepreneurs are misfits, stand out and are different than most of society. This is a good thing. It is important that your business stands out, or you will struggle to create the growth needed to make change or reach real success. Being brought up on punk rock and reggae, of course, I personally am fine with being different and can relate to the band The Misfits. My use of the term misfit has no connection to the Misfits other than an appreciation for their art and a respect for the fact that they are certainly different and created their own niche in the punk scene. You see, they created a genre that is called horror punk. They were the first to sing about horror movies and B-films, which set them up as innovative leaders. Yes, they have songs like Where Eagles Dare, where Glenn Danzig wrote and sang lyrics like this one. Let's test your threshold of pain. Let's see how long you last. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby. Although many conservative business owners would not connect with the Misfits or these lyrics, I think they speak volumes about business. Business has ups and downs, and on those down times, it will test your threshold for pain. Those that will not last long under the stresses of business will not make it. Few in society will go through what it takes to kill it, no pun intended, in business. It takes a certain breed to find long-term success in business. So although to some this reference might seem weird, being a misfit is more than just being weird. Yes, to some they will instantly see words like uncomfortably conspicuous, or the informal synonyms like oddball, odd duck, weirdo, freak, and screwball as confirmation of exactly why they reject the term misfit. But let's dig into some of the other words in this definition. The definition itself states that a misfit is a person whose behavior or attitude sets them apart from others in an uncomfortably conspicuous way. What if we remove the word uncomfortably for a moment? As a business owner, you do have different behaviors and attitudes that set you apart from non-business owners and everyday society. This is a good thing, otherwise, you would be falling in line and just getting a job. Now let's look at the misfit synonyms for a moment. To me, these are words that are badges of honor in my own entrepreneurial journey, and I think most of them are for other business owners. Nonconformist, eccentric, maverick, individualist, a square peg in a round hole. If you do not feel like a maverick or an individualist, then I ask, are you innovating your industry? So maybe you have not bought into my thoughts on the term misfit yet. Let me share why I embrace the title, business misfit. I am not only a misfit but a business misfit. Why? Well, for years I did business to make a good life for myself. Today I am creating my business to not only make a great life for myself but rather to make a great life for others. I am in the process of building a social movement and moving my business to embrace the social entrepreneurial movement, or the purpose of being in business is to leverage my company's success to give back and change the world. It is now a requirement to donate time, money, and resources to causes I am passionate about and inspire other business owners to do the same. This is fairly uncommon in business. Business can often lead with a greedy focus on high profits on the back of its employees. I think there is some current news going around about Disney and how much more the CEO makes compared to its employees. I think CEOs should get paid well, but I also think we must give back to our employees, the business community, and society beyond just profiting from the product we sell or the service we deliver. The more money a company makes, the more impact we can make on the world. Don't take my word for it. Here is a great quote from Steve Jobs. "Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently, they're not fond of rules." You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them because they change things, they push the human race forward, and while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius, because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world, are the ones who do. Be able to stomach the roller coaster of emotions that comes with striking out on your own. Stephen Benson, founder and CEO of Badger Maps. An entrepreneur must be able to accept failure. Everyone thinks they can accept failure until they come face to face with failing at a major thing that they have put their everything into. To be a successful entrepreneur, you have to be someone who is able to risk failure at the deepest personal levels. So with that, if you are currently in business or if you are thinking about going into business, but you struggle to embrace the word misfit as part of your personality, I would challenge you to reflect and ask yourself why. Being weird and different is not a bad thing in my opinion. The more you can embrace who you truly are, the greater people will connect with you or the more attractive you will be. If you hide behind a facade or wear a mask to be who society wants you to be, you may be missing out on a lot of opportunities to build a following and change the world in whatever space you play in. Life is too short to play small or play it safe. Go strong and become the innovative leader you are meant to be, my friends. You got this and can change the world by being you.
The Defiant Misfits do not advocate mindless rebellious behavior. We vouch for people who deviate from common societal norms that lead masses into the bottomless pit. Go against the truth at your own risk. Go against the lies because that's where the path to greatness lies. The show is hosted by Jesse Kim Earthy.